official Robin Banks, and I'm back with another storytime video. As you can see by the title, this storytime is about the time I got flued out. Period.
Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Nothing left to say, like, period. 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 Period.
Period. I was a city girl before city girls was a city girl. Nah. But yeah, this video is about the time I got flued out. But before I get into the video, I do want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to me, showed me love, left a comment, liked my videos. And if you want more content, you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to me. I'm always going to be pushing out this story time because my life is a movie. I have a story for every situation. Like, I don't know where to start, but this story happened in 2015. Like, right now I'm turning 24. So in 2015, I was around 2019. Yeah, I was around 19. I don't know. How did it even start? Oh, so basically, all right. So it was February. This girl I was cool with, we went to Miami for her birthday. So we all went to Miami. We had fun. This, that, and the third, you know, posting pictures, looking cute. And the day I came back from Miami, I came back to New York, this boy Snapchatted me. I think it was on Snapchat. Yeah, I think it was on Snapchat because I was on Snapchat heavy. So this boy snapped me like, oh, where you at? And I'm like, he was like, where you at? Come on the strip. So he's talking about like, come on Ocean Drive. And I'm like, oh, I left. Like, I'm back in New York. Keep in mind, this boy is from New York. Like, I've seen him before. I've been around him before, whatever, with other people. But like, I'm like, oh boy, I'm in New York. I'm back in Brooklyn. I came back today. He was like, damn. He's like, I wanted to see you. I'm like, oh, so when you come back to New York? He's like, oh, I'm going to be out here for a while. Like, I'm going to be in Miami for a while. Because he was a little hustler, whatever. And at the time, Miami was the place to be. So he's like, he going to be out there for a little while. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he was like, oh, but what's your number though? So I gave him my number. And we started texting. So we texting, you know, regular everyday, what you doing, good morning, how you, this, that, and the third, regular conversation. I'm like, yeah, I'm so mad that I had to leave. Like, I miss Miami because Miami was a vibe. So he was like, come back. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come back around my birthday because I was planning on going to Miami again in June. He's like, no, come now. I'm like, I don't know, like my money a little tight. I just came back. Like, he's like, nah, I got you. I'm gonna put you on a flight. Just tell me what days. Because at the time I was working. So I was like, yo, I just came back from vacation. I don't think my job is gonna let me go on another vacation right now. And he was like, just come on your off days, like come for like a weekend. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna tell you and I'm gonna get back to you. But I didn't take him serious when he was like, oh, he wanna fly me out. I was just like, yeah nigga, whatever. Like, you just talking, like you're not really gonna fly me nowhere. So we talking more and more, and at the time I was in a group chat with like the same girls I went to Miami with earlier that year, and I was telling them like, oh, so and so talking about he want me to come to Miami, and it was like, girl, go. Like, he has money. Like, you're bugging. You don't want to go. You're bugging. He has money. And I did want to go, but I was just like, it was more so of like, I know a nigga is not flying me out for nothing. Like, period. Like, he wants something. He's about to put me on a whole flight to Miami for what? Not to chill. Like, I don't know. I just know how niggas think. So I was just like, he about to put me on a whole flight to Miami. He has an agenda. But my friends is like, he got money. Like, you're bugging. If somebody asked me to take me to Miami right now or fly me to Miami, I'm out. So like, they was basically putting a bug in my ear. So I'm like, nah, I might just go. So I hit him back up and I was like, oh, I can come this date to this date. This is where I should have caught the flags, right? So anyways, I'm like, I could come this date to this date. He was like, word, send your name. He was like, send your name or whatever. I'm like, all right, I send my name, my date of birth or whatever. So he sends me the confirmation. On the confirmation, it's only one flight. I'm like, red flag number one. First of all, never let a nigga book you no one way. That was dumb. Like, never let nobody send you a one-way ticket. I mean, I have my own bag, but that's besides the point. We gonna get there. So like, we text each other. He was like, I can't wait to see you. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Like, talking about we're gonna go out, we're gonna do this. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. And I'm looking at his snaps, like, as he's posting on Snapchat, and he's looking like he's lit. He's having mad fun. He's on jet skis. Like, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to go back. So first of all, it's like, you know, I don't know if a lot of people go by stuff like this, but basically when you West Indian or whatever, like, your parents will tell you, or your grandparents will tell you, when you're supposed to go somewhere and like shit start happening, it means not to go. And the flight he sent me the first time, right, I got to the airport, but I was running late because I went to go do my nails that same day. I was running late, and I forgot that after a certain time they won't let you check in. I think it's like 30 minutes before your flight. You could be at the airport, your flight could not be boarded yet, whatever. If it's 30 minutes before, I guess, boarding time, they will not let you check in. So when I got to the airport, I was like fake late, and I was pleading with the lady. I was like, please, please. She was like, no, we can't let you on, da 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 da. So I took that as, all right, maybe it's not meant for me to go. I was worried about him being mad, like he paid his money for the ticket and I missed the flight. He was fake tight. Like, I called him, I was in the airport, I'm like, yo, they not letting me check in, it's whatever, it's not meant for me to go. And I'm thinking he's gonna really be mad, like on some, how did you miss the flight or something. Like, I thought that was over. Like, I thought it was just over. All right, boom, I missed the flight, I'm not going. But he's like, oh, let me see something, I'm gonna call you back. So he calls me back and he's like, oh, did you see the flight that I sent you? So he sent me a new flight. Like, he really wanted me to come to Miami so bad. He booked me a whole other flight. So I'm like, he like, just stay at the airport, your next flight is at this time and this time, and don't miss it. I'm like, oh my god, I won't. So fast forward, I got on the plane. When I landed, he came and got me. Second red flag, right? When we was on FaceTime, I don't know if he was in a crib, like an Airbnb or a hotel, but he was like in a nice ass space. And like, for me, he was in a nice ass space. So when he comes to pick me up from the airport, he's driving around, he's like, oh, all these hotels is booked, all these hotels is booked. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, why he didn't, like, my whole thing is, why you didn't have that established? You knew I was coming down here. If you don't want to bring me to the Airbnb, I guess at the time, the place he was staying at, it was mad men or whatever. I understand that if you don't want to bring me like in a house full of men or whatever case may be, or you want to do your sneaky, but why didn't you establish a hotel before I came? Like, you wait until you pick me up from the airport, it's mad late at night, to go around hotels trying to find a room. Like, that's stuff that you should have been done. Second red flag. All right, boom. So we get a hotel. It ain't nothing crazy. It ain't nothing bad. Like, it ain't nothing bad. It's just a simple, it's one of those like business oriented hotels, like the Marriott or some shit, like where it's just mad simple. Like, it's a bed, it's a shower. So we go there, we chilling. Then he's like, I don't know, like, he trying to, you know, he trying to get close and stuff. And I was feeling like fake uncomfortable. So I told him, like, I kind of feel uncomfortable or whatever. And he was like, my bad. Like, I guess, I don't know. He was just like, my bad, whatever. He ended up falling asleep. I fell asleep too. When I woke up the next day in the morning, he's nowhere to be found in the hotel. So I'm like, it's mad early. Maybe he went to go make his moves. It's like 8 a.m. So I'm texting him like, where you went? Why you didn't wake me up and tell me you was going somewhere? Like you that's so rude. You flew me out here, you just get up and dip on me and leave me in a hotel. And like, I'm just like, you couldn't tell me that you was going somewhere? So he texts me like, oh yeah, I'm making my moves, da da da, I'll be back around this time and this time. I think he said 12. I'm like, all right. I go back to sleep. I woke up, it's 12, he ain't here. So I'm texting him like, what we gonna do today? Like, should I get ready? Like, are we going outside? And he was like, I don't plan on doing nothing or whatever. I'm just making moves, but if you want to go grab some food when I come back, we could do that. And I'm like, so when you come back, because you said 12. He's like, oh no, I should be there around 4 or 5. I'm like, All right, mind you, when I first woke up, it was mad early in the morning, like 8 o'clock. So I'm bored in the hotel room, and then I'm just like putting on my makeup and stuff, taking cute snaps. I'm like,
2 hours later.
I'm like, what you doing? I'm about to go on a trip and get some food. He's like, just wait for me. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hours is passing. So I'm starting to look at his snap. He's on the strip. He's on the strip. Got a freaking car out. He with mad niggas, bitches. They twerking. It's Fat Tuesdays. Like, they having a ball on the strip. And this nigga think he gonna have me locked up in the hotel room while he on the strip living his best life.
You got me fucked up. You can suck my left nut.
So I started like texting him like, why would you fly me out here and you outside and you think I'm gonna just stay in this room locked up? Like, I'm locked up in this room and you outside having fun. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm in Miami. I'm gonna have my own fun. Like, I'm in Miami. Even though I'm by myself, I'm not with none of my homegirls. I'm like, I know a few people that was out there too. Like, I had two, like, this boy like that I was cool with from Brooklyn, and some other boy. He was out there for vacation, for spring break. So I started hitting people up like, oh, I'm in Miami, what's up, link up or whatever. So this one dude that I was cool with from Brooklyn, he told me to come meet him or whatever on the strip. I went to go meet the boy or whatever. So we on the strip, he taking me out, we getting drinks, da-da-da, like, feel me? He's like, what you doing? We gonna go to a club in Fort Lauderdale tonight, a strip club. If I still got the snaps from that night, I'm gonna put it like somewhere on the screen. So he was taking me out or whatever. We was having fun. It was me, him, his homeboys, his friends. Like, we was going out. The boy that flew me out, he was viewing all my snaps, and I guess he's just like, he probably was just like, I know this bitch is not out on my ticket with another nigga. Like, but you left me in the freaking hotel room. You thought I was about to stay in the hotel room. Anyways, I go to the strip club, da-da-da, having fun. And the next day, I think the next morning or like 4 or 5 in the morning, I went back to the hotel. Went back to the hotel again. The boy who flew me out is not there. This time, his stuff is not there. Like, he took his stuff out the hotel room. So I'm texting him like, I'm back in the hotel room again and you're not here and you flew me out here. So I'm bombing like, you flew me out here. You're not entertaining me. You're not taking me out. Nigga, you didn't even feed me if you want to get technical, because you kept saying like, wait for you to go out to eat. But you was already out on the strip. Like, so I'm like, what you, like, feel me? And he's texting me like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm making moves. I came to the room. You was not there. He's like, why you complaining? I see you out having fun. Like, you on the strip, you doing your own thing. So why you complaining? I'm just like, bro, you brought me out here. It's the principle. You flew me out here. I was not coming back to Miami to spend my own money. I just spent my own money like 3 weeks ago. You called me to come out here. You think I want to be outside like by myself? Like, for all that, I could have stayed home, or I could have brought a home girl. But anyways, whatever. So since he was still acting cute, once again, I left the hotel and I went gallivanting with my other friend, my other homeboy. We was having fun, went to the beach, the pool, was just having fun. Now I'm chilling. We at like some restaurant, me and my homeboy, whatever. I'm chilling, and the boy that flew me out, he texted me like, oh, I see you on a strip with niggas. And I'm just like, okay, you was on a strip with bitches. Like, he said, I see you on a strip with niggas, I bet. I'm like, listen, if you from New York, you from New York, you know, I bet is 2 words you never want to hear, because it could mean anything under this world. I bet, like, watch what's gonna happen. Like, I already knew once he texted me, I bet, that was too easy. Like, something was up, but I didn't think nothing of it. I was drunk in the middle of the day. I'm like, I'm gonna just keep having my fun until this nigga bombed me. So towards the end of the night, the nigga texts me like, yo, I'm about to check out this hotel, so you gotta come get your shit. I'm like, where you checking out the hotel to go? He was like, come get your bags. He like, if you want your stuff, I think you should come now to get it, because I'm checking out right now. And I'm just like, so you wasn't gonna tell me you was checking out? And he was like, oh, you was outside, da da da. And I'm like, Okay, so I'm like, I'm checking out, like, where you going? If that's the case, I'm about to go back to New York then. Send me a ticket, like, buy me a ticket. He was like, buy you a ticket? Yes, buy me a ticket. You brought me out here. Like, he was just basically saying, oh, I brought you out here. You was not with me. You was with niggas. You was having fun and shit. You was not chilling with me. You ain't give me no ill nah. Like, I'm not flying you back home. So I'm like, oh.
Like, oh, say less.
Oh, say less. You want to leave me out here? Like, I really was panicking, but I wasn't, because I had my own, like, I had my own bread. But it's just like everything happened mad fast. I'm chilling, I'm drunk. It's like 7 o'clock at night. If he's checking out right now, right, where I'm finna go? Like, where I'm finna go? Keep in mind, at this time, I was, like I said, I was 19 or 20. So to get a hotel room in your name, you have to be 21. Listen, at the time, I was not thinking about that. I'm just like popping shit to the nigga, like, all right, I'm about to come get my shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna come get my shit. I'm gonna get my own hotel. Anyways, I'm telling my one homeboy, like, I gotta go get my shit. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna take you. So I went to go get my stuff. First of all, I went in the room. The boy was already checked out. My stuff was just in there. Like, once I went to the hotel to get my stuff, he was not there. When I started hitting him up, he was not writing back, because I kept saying, like, are you gonna give me a flight? Like, you're gonna give me a flight, right? For me, basically saying, like, oh, I'm gonna get it for you. Wait 30 minutes, wait an hour, wait 2 hours. But it got to the point where I'm texting him and he ghosted me. Like, he stopped texting me back. He stopped answering calls. And then when I'm going on Snapchat, he's living his life. He's on the strip, like, living his life. And I'm just like, oh, wow. So I'm telling this boy that I'm with, like my homeboy, I'm like, I'm about to book me a flight home. So I'm sitting there, I'm looking for flights. There's no flights leaving that night. Like, I think it was like 7, 8 o'clock. It was no more flights for the rest of the day. And if there was a flight, it probably was like mad money. But there was flights for the next day. And I found a flight that was like reasonable. Because I think I had found one like for the next evening. And it was like a reasonable price. So I booked the flight. So I'm telling my homeboy, like, damn, I don't leave until tomorrow evening. Like, where am I gonna go? Like, I need a hotel. Feel me? So we start riding around trying to find hotels. Remember when I said I first came to Miami and the boy was looking for hotels? It was mad hard to find hotels because all of them shits was booked because it was around spring break. That's exactly what was happening again. Like, we go into mad places, they don't got no rooms. But mind you, you can't check into no room for that night. Some people saying like, oh, we got a room, but you gotta come tomorrow. Check-in is at 3. And I'm just like, that's dumb, because my flight is like after 3. What is the point? I need something like right now to put my shit, at least to put my shit in while I go back and hang out until tomorrow. But anyways, my homeboy ended up telling me like, oh, I gotta like somebody else he knew that I knew from New York as well, but I wasn't really cool with, like wasn't really close with, got a B&B. I don't remember how far it was from Miami, but he was like, it's close to the airport. We gonna go over there. We gonna chill or whatever. And like, I mean, if you want, you could pay them to stay in a room or whatever. So I'm like, cool. Anyways, I ended up staying there or whatever. Staying there. Got on a flight the next day, came back home, and I was just like, I would never ever let a nigga fly me out again. And it's crazy because when the nigga came back to New York, he started trying to fake talk to me again, like, oh, I'm gonna see you. And I'm just like, nigga, you left me in Florida. Like, boy,
If you don't get,
you was not trying to give me a flight back home. God forbid I didn't have my own bag. Like, God forbid I didn't have friends in Miami. I didn't have money. Like, I would have been fucking stuck and stranded. I was mad young. I was mad naive. I didn't really know how to move. I was just excited. I let my friends amp me like, oh yeah, nigga flying you out. Go, go, go. Like, I'm just grateful that I made it back home and I knew people and arrangements was made, because I really would have been stuck in somebody's Florida just because I try to be grown. Moral of the story is, if a nigga gonna fly you out, first things first, make sure you got a round trip. Okay?
Period. 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 Nothing left to say, like, period. 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 Period.
Period. 2, make sure you always in any situation linking a nigga, even if it's in your hometown, even if you're going to see or going on a date with a boy, make sure you got your own bag, because niggas be trying to hold shit over your head to get shit out of you. Like, you wasn't gonna hold no flight over my head, boy. I had my own way to get home. Like, niggas would try to dangle this shit in front of you, like, oh, if you want this, you gotta give me this, and you in control of your own body. You don't gotta give nobody no pussy if you don't want to, and that's on period. Even if they take you on a flight, a nigga could take you to West Africa. If you don't want to fuck him, you don't have to fuck him. Make sure you got your own bag so a nigga can't leave you when it does. And 3rd, these niggas just be cap and they do the most, and that's it. Period. But if you like this video, you want more story times, subscribe down below. Thank you everyone for subscribing to me, and I see all you guys' comments. I respond to almost everybody's comment that I see. If you want more videos, please comment down below some video ideas. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow my social media. Thank you for watching.